Hi Faiza, good afternoon.
Hi,
How are you
good
doing today?
afternoon. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm okay, I'm good, thank you very much. How was your day today?
I think it was a usual summer day. It was a little bit boring, but it's okay. Today, I didn't do anything different. I just met with two of my friends, and we sat down in a cafe and we chatted about like what's going on lately in our lives. Then I came back home and I watched an animation movie with my brother. I have a little brother and he really enjoys watching animations with me.
Of course.
So lately we usually do that together. And yeah, that was all.
Usually, how do you spend your days in summertime?
In summertime, we don't usually go on a holiday. Like as a family, we don't really do that.
Right.
That's not in our family. So I don't know. I spend time with my family, with my brother. We go out and we hang out like in our neighborhood. Usually we go to a park and we chat together. Other than that, I usually have a hobby at that time. It changes from summer to summer. Lately, I'm drawing and I'm studying some French. And so I spend time with those hobbies or like those interests.
And what about your tattoo hobby? You didn't mention that.
Yeah, I'm lately practicing tattooing, which is really new to me, and it was also very like unexpected. I'm really like enjoying that. I'm practicing on a fake skin. I'm practicing tattooing. It's going great.
How did you start that hobby? I know that earlier you were interested in drawing and you are very good on it.
Thank
How
you.
did you start making tattoo?
It was actually also like unexpected for me. I didn't really think that like, okay, I want to get into tattooing, and I didn't start like that. I am drawing, as you said. Like I've been drawing since I don't know 5 years or maybe more. So I always wanted to do something about a job about drawing, and tattooing is an industry like that. So uh, in my university, there's a club like they Güzel Sanatlar Kulübü. How can I say that?
Fine art club. Fine.
Yeah, yeah. There's a fine arts club, and they organized a tattooing lesson or something like that. It was free, so
Workshop maybe.
I yeah.
Workshop. Maybe we can say workshop, tattooing
Yeah,
workshop.
yeah, workshop is better. So they organized a tattooing workshop, and the girl who organized it actually started tattooing in that workshop, like I think 4 years ago in that club again.
Mhm.
So it was really enjoyable and it was free. So I registered for that and I told them that I'm drawing since like 5 years and I want to get into tattooing, but I don't know where to start. So I registered for that and they accepted me. And I had a few workshops with them, like I don't know, 4 weeks, I think. And after that, I realized that I really enjoyed it. It was very fun, and it was also a really different way of practicing art. So I decided that I can, um, I don't know, spend some more time about that in the summer so I can decide where to go. I'm not sure if it will like turn into something, but I'm just trying and like seeing where it's going.
Okay. Recently you traveled to some, was it Heybeliada or which one?
Burgazada.
Yes. Okay. Can you speak about that travel? Did you
Yeah, of
enjoy
course.
it, first of all?
Yeah, it was enjoyable, I think. I really like the islands around Istanbul because they're, I don't know, very
They are so
calm.
special, right? I mean, Istanbul is a unique city, a city with some islands. It is so rare. It's very rare situation.
Yeah, and also you get in the vapor. Can I say vapor for that?
Very, very,
Yeah, you get in the ferry, and like after half an hour, you're in a totally different land.
exactly.
It's such a weird concept. Yeah, I went to Burgazada. It's very small, like it's very small. Especially compared to Büyükada or maybe Heybeliada. Uh, there's not much going on. Like there's a fish restaurant and there's an ice cream store. Like there's one of everything, like one of
So
every kind of
it's really
stores.
a small place.
Yeah.
Is it
So
a boring place?
I don't think it's boring. Like if you go there more than like 3 times, it's probably boring because there's not much going on and like it's the same every time.
What do you think about the life for people who are living there?
I think like people who are living there, mm, yeah, it can be enjoyable, but it's a little bit smelly. It stinks. Some of the places, it's a little bit stinky. I didn't really like that. And when I was like walking on those not sticky, stinky streets,
So
I
bad.
thought like, yeah, like, I thought about the people who live there, and
Oh,
I don't think it would be comfortable. But other than that, it's a small island, and probably people who live there know each other. So that might be enjoyable because in Istanbul, there's no community like that, I think.
so in Istanbul, there is almost no connection in between neighbors, but in the islands, because it's a very small community, the
Hmm.
communication, the connection can be much stronger.
Yeah, probably. And also, I noticed that there is just one elementary school, and that's the only school. So probably the like children who live there, they all know each other from the school. So it can be enjoyable about that. But in the island, there's nothing special, but you're very close to the sea, and the sea is clear compared to Istanbul, of course. So you can swim in the summertime, and if you want to go to Istanbul, you can just take a ferry of half an hour and you're in the city and you can do whatever you want, I think. Like they are not um ne dedim? Yani Türkçesini unuttum. Yani, izole değiller. Huh? They're not isolated from the city, I think, because the transportation is not that hard. So if you get bored in the island, you can go back. But if you're living in Istanbul and you're visiting the island, I think 2 times is more than enough
Hı hı,
because maybe for the first time you can go and uh, travel around. There's a museum and there's a church if you enjoy like looking to the church. And for the first time, you can like spend your time. You can eat fish, you can have an ice cream, and maybe you can watch the sea. And for the second time, you can maybe swim.
hı hı.
And then it's it's same old island. So I
Yeah.
think you wouldn't really prefer going there again and again. But it's enjoyable. I think it was enjoyable because I went there for the first time. So I saw everything in the island probably. And the island is finished for me. So I wouldn't prefer to go there again.
Yeah. Let's move on. Are you interested in sports? And do you do any sport activities?
Actually, I don't think I'm physically active in my life. Like I walk every day and I try to uh, watch out for that. I try to walk every day to like stay healthy. But about sports, I haven't been really successful in any kind of, and because of that, I don't really enjoy doing sports. Last year, I went to gym for the first time and I did like weightlifting and stuff like that. And I think that was a little bit enjoyable because you go there for an hour or for 40 minutes and then it's done. So you take your headphones and you listen to music and you do the things that that you should do and you leave. So I think that was enjoyable in some way.
Hmm.
But for example, playing volleyball or playing football, tennis, or that kind of sports, I'm not really successful, so I don't really enjoy it because there's always a little bit competition. And since I'm not that successful, I don't really enjoy getting in that competition. And I get like, I'm not really physically strong, so I get um, tired very fast. But
Hmm.
lately, there are Olympics.
Hmm.
So I enjoy watching the volleyball. I enjoyed watching the women's volleyball team. I really enjoy actually like following Turkish national volleyball team, women's volleyball
It's
team.
about box competitions with X chromosome.
Yeah,
The
I
woman
haven't
against
really
man.
thought about that.
Sorry?
I haven't really thought about it. It's a little bit complicated, I think, that topic. So I need to do more research on that to talk about it,
Okay.
I
Uh,
think.
can you simply speak about your eating habits? For example, what do you usually eat for breakfast? And does it change from winter to summer? Do you change your habits?
Yeah, generally, I prefer to eat a balanced diet. So I prefer to have enough protein to stay full and also stay strong. And I enjoy eating carbs just like everyone else. So I try to balance that with like enough protein to keep me full, enough carbs to enjoy, and enough
Carbs,
fibers.
carbs is short for carbohydrates.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like enough greens for my like digestive system.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to balance that. And I think in the winter time, I'm more careful about it because in the summer, I don't really have any appetite.
Hmm.
So
So you don't
if I
enjoy,
get,
you don't want to eat anything.
yeah, because it's too hot and it really blocks, I don't know, it really blocks my appetite. How do I say? My appetite is definitely gone in the summertime.
So simply you don't want to eat anything.
Yeah, so for example, in the summertime, I get a little bit hungry and I eat some watermelon, and then some time passes, I get hungry again and I eat some bread and cheese, I don't know. So I just keep
So it is
eating to
healthy.
stay alive in the summer because it's just every food feels so heavy on my stomach in the summertime,
Hmm.
and I have some stomach issues generally. I have a like sensitive stomach. So in the summertime, I'm not that careful about my eating habits, but in the wintertime, I definitely have my appetite and I usually try to like eat enough protein, eat enough carbs, and eat enough greens. So I try to balance that. But of course, sometimes I want some dessert or I want some really, I don't know, high calorie foods. And I try not to force myself into something. But for example, if I eat a really high calorie dessert that day, I try to be careful next day. So I don't really like uh, put any restrictions on my diet. I try to be balanced as much as I can.
All right. Excellent.
But
So it was a short conversation with you, and I think that's enough for today. Do you have any questions for me?
no, I don't think I have any questions.
All right. So that's all for today. Take care of
Okay.
yourself and stay well.
Bye. Take care of
Bye. See you
yourself.
soon. Thanks. Bye bye.